Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual vittles. And today I'm going in on taking in sunlight. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. This is an amazing one, family. You see, not enough humans understand the importance of taking in sunlight. If you're looking to grow spiritually, if you have this burning desire to grow spiritually, if you want to expand your consciousness, you must take in sunlight. Period. Now, I'm not talking about staring at the sun with the naked eye. I'm not saying that you'll hurt yourself. But there are certain times of the day where you can stare at the sun with the naked eye. That's the first 10 minutes of sunrise and the last 10 to 15 minutes of sunset. Whenever the sun is nice and orange and red, those are the best times to stare at the sun. There's a book called Solaris. You can get this book out on trevorkblr. It's one of the best books that I've ever read that breaks down all the facets and sectors of the sun, and to give you some in-depth tips on how to really invoke the sun's energy within your being. It talks about everything regarding the sun. I really can't explain to you how powerful this book is. There's a lifetime worth of practices in this book here. I've read the book a couple times, but some of the practices takes months. Some of the practices takes months, family. Again, you can go out to trevorkblr and get this book, and I assure you it will help you. It'll give you breathing techniques. It'll give you acupuncture points on your body's meridians to invoke and digest the sunlight better. It just goes in depth on things that you can do with the sun. There's different sigils that you can look at within here that'll help manifest the sun's energy in you better. It gives you mudras to use. I really can't go in on how bad this book is. It's amazing, and this is something that me, my wife, and my daughter practice vigorously. Another book by my master, Dr. Mitchell Gibson, is The Human Body of Light. This book is girthy. It's girthy with information, and it really expounds on how many people have turned to light over the course of human history. Every year, thousands of individuals, advanced spiritual practitioners and masters, turn into light. There are certain mantras that you can say millions of times throughout the course of your life that will help you turn into light, that will aid in your body of light practice. This book talks about, there's mantras in here that will help you grow spiritually. The human body of light, the body of light mantra. I just memorized this mantra. I'm going to do a video on it soon. And I really want to get it within my being. I don't want to say mantras. When I memorize mantras, there's a difference between memorizing the mantra and knowing the mantra. When you know the mantra, it just comes out of you without you even thinking about it. But when you memorize a mantra, you have to think about it, and then you get tripped up sometimes. And I don't want to present anything to you that I haven't known. And that's what I'm working on now. So give me a week, and it will be a part of me, and then I'll share it with you. It's called the Human Body of Light Mantra. And it feels so good when I spew it across my mandible. Just saying the body of light mantra in the sun makes me feel good. I feel the resonance of the divine celestial body, and that is the sun, just flowing through me whenever I say it while I'm doing my solar practices, family. Again, family, there are beings that live within the sun that watch you. The sun knows you like you know the hair on your head. If you want to grow spiritually, you want to show these celestial bodies that you're serious about growing spiritually. Jump outside of your preconceived box that you've been brainwashed into believing in and start doing something different. That's all I want you to do. That's all I'm imploring you to do, and you'll see a change in you. One thing, well, a bunch of things I've noticed after I started taking in sunlight is this. People start thinking that I was crazy. When I was working, when I had a 9 to 5, on my lunch breaks, or even whenever I had a break, I would go out in the sun and just get the sun to blink, stare at the sun, and just do all these things with the sun. And people start calling me the sun watcher at work. And it was cool. Oh, that's just that sun watcher. I would see people looking at me like, what are you doing? People I didn't even know would stop me in an elevator at work and ask me, what are you doing outside? What are you looking at? And I would just say the sun. And they would always say, oh. For too many years, I took the sun for granted. When you think about the sun, you have to know that it's magic. There's a divine source governing the sun. Nothing in our reality is perfect and acts consistently like the sun. Since the dawn of time, since the dawn of earthly time, the sun has been doing what it's doing perfectly. It's never late, it's always on time, and it's always there for you. That's something bigger than by chance. It just can happen like that. The wind blows differently every day. Water flows differently, but the sun is on time and it does the same thing every day. So the sun is our biggest divine source that we have in our earthly domain. That's why our ancients revered the sun so much. They wore sundials around their head to let you know that they're an enlightened being and it's important to take energy from the sun. You know, family, I really want you to start this practice. Start light. Start doing some research on solar practices. That's all I want you to do in the beginning. Once you get enough free research, then go out to tybo.com and start investing in real spiritual tools that will help you grow. That's it. This channel is nothing more than the catalyst that will lead you to real spiritual power. Real spiritual power, family. I've invested in all these tools and I'm a different man. I'm a different man. Another thing you'll notice that when you start taking in sunlight, you won't be as hungry as you normally were. You won't need as much food as you normally did. You may gain weight because your mind is still thinking you need to eat as much as you do. But when you start taking in sunlight, the sun provides all the nutrients that we need. Everything that we need, we can get from the sun. But if we don't think that, and we start eating all this other food while taking in sunlight, you'll gain extra weight. And I've gained a lot of weight because I didn't realize that in the beginning until I asked my master, and he told me, you need to eat less. You don't need to eat as much now you're doing all this solar work. So that's one thing I'm working on now, is gradually decreasing the food that I intake daily while increasing the amount of sun that I intake. Another thing that I do, I wear my Solaris Ring of Power. This ring is for all the solar adepts that have gotten the sun to blink. For those, it's like 189 of us across the world. We're everywhere. Africa, Sweden, Holland, America, London, Jamaica. We are everywhere. There's a group of us out here winning spiritually. So one thing I want to leave you with is this, family. Whenever you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same results that everyone else is doing. You want to line yourself up with a real spiritual master that can help you grow. And one thing I measure my spiritual master is on his students. There are a lot of spiritual masters out there talking, but what are their students doing? What are their students doing? That's when you know you found something momentous. My spiritual master, Dr. Mitchell Gibson, all his students are winning. All his students are winning. And hopefully, by me getting out here on YouTube, showing you, telling you, imploring you to follow the Master Mitchell Gibson, to just read up on him and decide for yourself, you'll begin to win. So on that note, family, it's your boy Chris Enlightened. I can be reached every Monday night on my hit radio show, Twin Flame Radio, 619-924-0835. Call in and speak to me. I'm here for you. I'm winning. I want you to win too. If you want to speak to me live, you can also go out to Amazon.com and invest in my books, The Enlightened Talk, Poverty Consciousness, and Wealth Consciousness. So on that note, peace and love, family. Winning!